So the reason I decided to do this video is because I can remember specifically while I was locked up, I was talking with this guy and I asked him, I said, what is the very first thing you're gonna do when you get released? And I will never forget that this guy told me that when released, the very first thing he was gonna do was take the clothes that was issued to him for his release and put that on eBay and sell it. When he told me this, I mean, I really couldn't even believe it. To me, it didn't make any sense at all. I said, why are you gonna try to take your prison clothes, put it on eBay, and attempt to sell it? And he told me, he said, Joe, you would never imagine how many people out in the world are interested in buying prison-related stuff. So for whatever reason, and because of the fact that the other day I was on eBay looking for, I can't even remember at this point, I was reminded of this conversation that I had with this guy while I was locked up and him telling me about going home and putting his prison clothes on eBay. And because of that, I began to search for prison-related items. And I have to be completely honest with you, I was pretty surprised at just all of the prison items that were available for purchase on eBay. So in this video, I want to show you 10 prison items I found being sold on eBay, and that if for whatever reason you wanted to, you could go purchase these items right now. So without further ado, let's begin. The first prison-related item I want to show you being sold on eBay kind of puts this device right here to shame. In fact, I searched prison shanks on eBay and you couldn't possibly believe just how many prison shanks were actually available for purchase on eBay. In fact, I found this classic prison shank set right here available for the one-time purchase price of $795. $795 for 3 rusted piece of shit prison shanks. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in the wrong line of work. Maybe I should be manufacturing my very own prison weapons and selling them on eBay. Maybe this is a $1 million business model. But while seeing this listing for these 3 prison shanks being sold for $795, it really just makes me wonder, like, who the hell is going to spend almost $800 on some prison weapons? I really would be interested to know just what the buyer intended to do with those prison weapons. Maybe they're running some sort of a hostel, some sort of a torture facility where they're going to use these weapons to dissect people inside of some underground basement. I mean, it really makes me wonder, like, if you are going to spend $800 on 3 prison shanks, you just might be a psychopath. And the crazy thing about it is this was not the only listing for prison shanks available on eBay. In fact, there were quite a few. This one just caught my eye because of the outrageous price tag attached to it. And if you think $800 is a hefty price to pay for some prison shanks, then let me tell you about item number 2. I searched prison blankets on eBay and I came across this little gem right here. This here is an authentic prison blanket. In fact, just check out the title of this prison blanket listing. Itchy gray industrial woven prison jail wool blanket federal Spartan sparse. $120. I'm not really sure if $120 is the price that they've attached to this authentic prison blanket, or more so to the strategic name that they have given this piece of shit prison blanket. Itchy gray industrial woven prison jail wool blanket federal Spartan sparse. Try saying that 5 times fast. Now I want to give you just a little bit of history on prison blankets. Prison blankets are actually manufactured in prisons. Prisoners can actually have jobs in prison, making everything from prison clothes to prison boots and even prison blankets. And I have to assure you that these blankets are manufactured at something like pennies on the dollar. I cannot give you an exact price tag on what one of these blankets costs to be manufactured, but I can promise you one thing. It's not $120. Who is going to pay $120 for an itchy wool prison blanket? And the only thing that I find absolutely correct about this listing is the first word that they used in the title of it. Itchy and wool. 2 things that really do not symbolize comfort at all, nor a value of $120. Moving on to item number 3, 11 prison clear CD players. $51.99. My first thought is, why not just charge $52? But really, it's not the price that I think about so much with this listing as who exactly is selling 11 clear prison CD players. And the only reasonable assumption that I can come up with is that it must be some sort of prison staff actually listing these items for sale. Maybe these 11 prison CD players were confiscated in some sort of a prison shakedown. Because to me, it really just doesn't make any sense to me any other way that somebody would have 11 clear prison CD players for sale. Now, to be honest with you, $51.99 or $52 really isn't that bad of a bargain for 11 prison CD players. The listing actually says they don't know if these items work or not, but really, who even uses a CD player to play CDs anymore? What in fact these 11 clear prison CD players are actually good for is making tattoo machines from them. In fact, in every one of these 11 clear prison CD players, there are actually 2 motors inside of them. One that actually spins the CD around, and another one that actually drives the eye that reads the CD. The motor that drives the eye back and forth to read the CD is in prison referred to as a Jolly Rancher. And the reason is because it's kind of shaped like a Jolly Rancher. The other motor inside of these CD players is a little bit bigger, circular, flat, and is referred to in prison as a pancake motor. The good thing about both of these motors inside of each and every one of these CD players, your Jolly Rancher motor and your pancake motor, is they both make damn good prison tattoo machines. So the listing really shouldn't say 11 clear prison CD players. It should in fact say 22 possibilities to make prison tattoo machines. Prison item on eBay number 4 that I want to tell you about in this video is actually prison shoes. Now, when I searched for prison shoes on eBay, I found a ton of listings for prison shoes available for purchase. Some brand new, others used. Possibly and probably used and worn by a prisoner inside of a prison. So I want to show you real quick a few of these listings that I found, and I think you will be quite intrigued by these. The first are these bright orange prison slip-ons available for $11.95 brand new. I can assure you one thing, these shoes are certainly not worth $11.95. In fact, this is again something that prisoners actually make in prison. There are prisoners who have jobs who manufacture these bright orange prison slip-on shoes. It probably costs something like $1 to manufacture these shoes. But in prison, these shoes are actually very, very popular. In fact, they come in a wide variety of colors: blue, orange, white, black, pink. I've seen quite a few different color variations of these prison slip-on shoes, and they do have quite a catchy name on the inside. They are not called prison slip-ons in prison. In fact, they are referred to as Jackie Chan's. That's what they're called on the inside, Jackie Chan's. Because they sort of look like little karate fighting shoes, I guess. And I have to also assure you that guys do plenty of fighting in their Jackie Chan's in prison. Next are these classy 3-strap Velcro prison shoes available for $44 brand new and manufactured by Vans. What are these, like prison skateboarding shoes? I have actually seen quite a few prison 3-strap Velcro shoes while I was locked up. None whatsoever manufactured by Vans. I'm not saying that it's not possible that Vans 3-strap Velcro prison shoes aren't available somewhere in the system. I'm pretty sure that they are. I'm just wondering, is prison attire sort of becoming the trend out here? You've got a skateboarding shoe company creating prison 3-strap Velcro shoes. And as I was wondering this exact thought to myself, I ran across another posting for a pair of used Vans 3-strap Velcro prison shoes by Marc Jacobs for $69. Prison shoes by Marc Jacobs. I don't really know who Marc Jacobs is. Is he some sort of a fashion designer or something? But $69 for a used pair of 3-strap Velcro prison shoes by Vans or Marc Jacobs just seems pretty damn crazy to me personally. Number 5 is sure to be interesting, as I ran across this listing here for Supermax flexible toothbrushes and razors, available in packs of 400 for a price of anywhere between $119 to $129. Now the price on these items seems relatively reasonable. I mean, $120 or $129 for either 400 toothbrushes or razors to shave with seems pretty reasonable. But the ingenious thing about these items is the fact that, well, you cannot possibly make any sort of a prison weapon from these items because of the fact that they are flexible. Can you imagine trying to brush your teeth with a flexible toothbrush when the toothbrush is just flexing all over here and shit? Or trying to shave your face with a razor that is pretty much doing the same exact thing? Trying to brush your teeth or shave with either of these items is certainly going to be a challenge. But comfort for you in the eyes of a prison is not their concern. What they are in fact concerned about is you being able to take either of these items and sharpen it on your prison cell floor in an effort to make a device that could possibly kill another prisoner. Number 6 is something that there are plenty of listings for on eBay, and that is in fact prison TVs. And there are a few interesting things about these prison TVs that are available on eBay. First being the wide variety of different clear plastic 13-inch prison TVs that are listed. Everything from big bubble TVs, which they've pretty much done away with in an effort to conserve space and also take away a pretty good hiding place from prisoners. Those big bubble TVs, you could sure fit a ton of contraband inside of those things. But more so the TVs that are actually available now in prisons, which are these little 13-inch clear plastic flat screen piece of shit TVs that they will sell you in prison for a whopping $220 something odd dollars. Most of the prison TVs that I found listed on eBay ranged in price from anywhere between $35 to at the most like 92 bucks. So that brings me to interesting fact number 2 about these prison TVs available, and that is the price difference between what you will actually pay for one of these TVs in prison compared to what they could possibly be sold for on eBay or anywhere else. I'm not even sure you could take one of these TVs to a pawn shop if you attempted to. You know, I really should have done that with my prison TV instead of actually trying to saw it in half with a piece of string. I really should have taken my prison TV to a pawn shop with a camera actually filming everything just to see actually what a pawn shop would say or even offer for that TV. They probably wouldn't offer any money whatsoever. They probably would only laugh in my face and then tell me to get lost. Prison item number 7 I found listed on eBay is actually this authentic Bob Barker prison denim blue jacket with the itchy wool blanket liner on the inside for $15. Now first, I have to say that there is a company called Bob Barker that actually manufactures quite a bit of prison shit. This Bob Barker company is not the same Bob Barker from The Price is Right. At least I'm pretty sure it's not, unless that Bob Barker is secretly running a lucrative prison item manufacturing company. But I'm quite sure that it's not the same Bob Barker, and in fact that's actually like a huge prison myth actually, that Bob Barker from The Price is Right actually manufactures prison items, because so many prison items that you see in prison are stamped with manufactured by Bob Barker Company. But back to this blue denim itchy wool blanket lined jacket listed on eBay for $15. You can buy these jackets brand new in prison. I think they go for like $60 or $65. They're actually really nice jackets to have in prison. If you have a brand new crispy blue denim Bob Barker button up itchy wool blanket lined jacket in prison, you're actually a pretty cool guy in prison. These jackets on the inside are not cheap to purchase. I mean, 65 bucks is kind of a lot of money to prisoners. So if you have one of these jackets on the inside, it kind of symbolizes like your social status in prison. Number 8, 9, and 10, I'm gonna run through these real quick because these really are just kind of bullshit items that I found. They are pretty interesting and they kind of have a little story behind them as how I found them and everything, but they really are just kind of bullshit items. Starting with number 8, I ran across this warning sign that was listed for sale that says, "Warning, I am the prison guard your mother warned you about." I am the prison guard that your mother warned you about. Seeing this item, I really have to say that my mother really never warned me about any prison guard at all. My mother never said, Joey, you better watch out. There's gonna be this one prison guard. Mom never really did that to me. In fact, the only thing Mom ever really said was, Joey, you're going to prison. And you're gonna go for a very long time. Who actually would buy this item? Obviously a prison guard. Obviously a prison guard who feels like, I'm that prison guard that their mother probably warned them about. Punk tattoo guy in a prison uniform. Number 9 is a little more interesting, in fact, because I wanted to do this video in particular like about a month ago. So I began looking on eBay then for prison related stuff, and it was then that I actually found, this is no bullshit, and it's not listed up there anymore. I wish it was, because it would be included in this video, but I literally found like this old 1910 prison cell, I mean the entire cell intact with like the bricks and everything, that you could go buy, I guess you gotta go pick it up yourself, an entire fucking prison cell for $16,000. I was looking for that prison cell in particular for this video. It wasn't listed anymore. What I did find, however, and this in no way really even compares to that, but I did find this cell phone prison cell. I mean, look at this thing. This is a prison cell with actual bunks in it for your cell phone. I mean, you can actually store multiple cell phones in here. I guess this is like for the entire family when it's time to be cell phone free for a little while. Everybody puts their cell phone inside of this cell, locks it up, it's got a timer on it, and I guess that's like cell phone free time. During that time that your cell phone is actually locked up inside of a cell phone prison cell. And last, number 10, this thing really doesn't even deal with prison whatsoever. However, the way that I found this was I was searching for prison weapons. Not one prison weapon came up. In fact, it wasn't until I searched prison Shanks that all the prison weapons came up. But while searching for prison weapons, I ran across this item right here. Check out this little action figure set right here with this cop busting this drug dealer, I guess. There's actual money and drugs on the table right there. This thing is pretty fucking crazy to me. Why this listing would actually pop up under prison weapons, I have no fucking idea. I just wonder who the hell would actually buy this. Would you buy this for your kids for Christmas? Dad! Dad! God damn it, Bobby, what the? Can you buy me the new drug bust action figure set? Horrible King of the Hill impressions right there. But again, I just wonder who would actually buy this. Maybe some kind of a narc officer who has like a whole collection of like drug bust toys and things like that in their room. I don't honestly know. It's pretty interesting. I searched prison weapons and that came up. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know which of these items you found to be the most interesting. I'm really interested to hear that, actually. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day.